What's up, pals? Welcome to the Your Random Pal channel. Today I'm at Mike Lenning's in Louisville, Kentucky for a kickoff party. And not just any kickoff party, the NSRA Street Rod Nationals kickoff party. I can feel the energy now, and maybe it's from the shirt. I got a thunderstorm going on. But anyway, if you're not familiar with the Street Rod Nationals, it is one of the biggest car events in the country. Cars that are 30 years and older are eligible to participate. It happens at the fairgrounds in Louisville, Kentucky, and it brings about 10,000 cars in each year. This little thing here is the kickoff party. It's on a Tuesday. The real action happens on Thursday through Sunday at the fairgrounds. But anyway, cars are starting to trickle in, and I'm going to showcase these cars out here in the parking lot right across from the Mike Lenning's. You can see all the coolness and the randomness that this little event has to offer. Look at here, here comes Herbie the Love Bug. Yeah, what you say, Herbie?
Looking good, Herbie.
Let's hear that engine, Herbie.
It's the engines.
Herbie likes to squirt people. Just got squirted at by Herbie, look. Herbie, you sprung a leak, buddy?
Door.
Well, Herbie, you do all kind of tricks, don't you, buddy?
Well, that's what we were thinking anyway.
Yeah, I know it. It's a 66, right?
Yep.
Can you roll over too, Herbie? Herbie, do you love Lindsay Lohan? And let's have a look at Herbie's interior. Wow, Herbie, you clean up well. And Herbie's favorite place to vacation at, PCB, Panama City Beach. So right behind me, this little gym has blown me away. It's just like blown my mind. How many times do you see an Opel Cadet? This is a 1970 Opel Cadet. And look under the hood, little 4-cylinder. It's got 140 horsepower, wow. Now, whenever I go to a car show and I see an Opel, I see the GT, the little baby Corvette, but seeing a Cadet is really, really rare. I don't know when the last time I've seen a Cadet is, but this one is super nice, super clean, and what the owner told me, super fast for a Cadet. So check out this interior. It is just like gorgeous and mint, and it's a manual transmission and a station wagon. And this might be a little small station wagon, but it is very, very roomy. So kudos to the owner for bringing out this Opel Cadet. I love seeing something odd and different. So have y'all ever felt the sting of a Hornet? Well, this little AMC Hornet behind me packs a punch with a 360 V8. Now, I really love this car because it's one of the oddballs. You don't see too many AMCs at the car shows. It's one of the big 4 back in the day. Now it's just the big 3. But this is a really cool little car. Now this Hornet's got a really cool little emblem logo. You can see it right here and also here by the nameplate. This AMC Hornet definitely has a cool factor, and I can see why you'd be proud to have an American car. Now behind me is my entry into this little kickoff party. My channel mascot, my 1989 Nissan Pal. And look, here's my chauffeur, Popeye. It looks like his feathers a little ruffled tonight. And parked right next to me is this gorgeous 57 Chevy, Mr. Horsepower Tom. And look at that blower on top of the hood of this 57. Now Mr. Horsepower here is 57 Chevy. As you can see, is set up to go, go, go. So not only is it show, but it's a serious contender drag car. Look at that, tub rear end, fat meaty tires on the back. And I'll let you in on a little secret. this is not Mr. Horsepower's only 57 Chevy. He's a bit of a 57 Chevy guy, so he's got another one too, and it's red as well. And look at the rat on the back of this car. If you didn't know, Chevys are known for their rat motors, as they call them. Now, my little pal is not the only right-hand drive car out here. As we can see behind me, it's a little Mini Cooper, an original type. And it has the correct side steering wheel, the right-hand drive steering wheel. And not only the Pal and the Mini Cooper, but also we have a right-hand drive old mail truck. And by old mail truck, we mean old mail man truck. So check out this mail truck. Looks like the seats have been updated to be a little bit more comfy than the original seats, but it is a right-hand drive. Perfect for delivering mail in the USA, but not so much Australia or Great Britain. And as we can see, the mail truck's a little bit rough around the edges. They definitely got their use out of it, and now must be owned by a private individual. And a cool thing about this mail truck, as you can faintly see on the back of it, AM General. Remember AM General? They make the Hummer. So look what's in front of me today, pals. This is a Johnny Cash special right here. It's actually a 41 Dodge Deluxe, but it's got all kind of different odd and end things done to it. You can see the roof's been chopped, little bitty tiny mirrors, and look inside the cockpit. It has definitely been changed from what it originally started out as, and it looks like it's a hodgepodge of parts from different cars. We got a elongated porthole window on the side here, and he's got like a bullet hole right here and a running bull on it. And check this out. A lot of y'all probably don't even know what this is. It's got a little paper on it telling it about it, but this is a very primitive air conditioner for a really old car. So it just sticks on the window here and it keeps you cool, and it's called a Thermador car cooler. And yeah, this car is cool, and it's got a way of keeping you cool as well. I think he needs to add a couple more louvers to the hood, maybe like a louver hood scoop right down the center. And here we have the Creme de la Creme. My friend thought this was a Rolls Royce when it pulled up, but I was like, that's not a woman, not the Spirit of Ecstasy, that's a swan on there. And I thought it was a Packard, and guess what? I was right. It is a Packard. And check it out. It says it right here on the hubcaps, Packard. Now this car looks very original until you actually look under the hood, and look at that, a modern engine. I don't think Packard made that engine there, but I'm sure it's got a lot more power than the original Packard. Otherwise, why would you put it in there? Now let's take a look inside this Packard. Now this was luxury back in the day. It's on par with Rolls Royce. Very, very nice, very comfortable riding car. And check out the back here. It's a Packard 8. Now here's one of the really cool touches I like about this car. Take a look at this. It's got the carbon fiber cover on the engine, but it has this Packard 8 design on it, which is really cool, and it goes well with the car. Although the carbon fiber does actually stand out quite a bit on a car of this vintage. I guess you could call this car the Black Swan. And here we have an oldie but a goodie, 100-year-old car. Look at this, 1923 International. And look at here, we got another Mr. Horsepower out here at the show. Now this 100-year-old ride reminds me of those old custom cars done by like Carl Casper, Ed Roth, all those kind of people. Got some kind of interesting contraption on the side here. It's like some kind of a steel or something. And for some reason, they only got one seat in here. I guess this thing is just for racing. And check that out, a paint gun handle. And what does a donut look like on a 100-year-old car? Well, here's one right here. And oh, the door's coming open on us. Look at this, a little spinny thing on top like it's on a house. And the owner keeps this engine extra clean. As you can see, he uses Tide to keep his engine clean. Although I wouldn't recommend using Tide Pods on your car. Check it out, check it out. This is a very sleek aerodynamic Shop 39 Lincoln Zephyr. Man, is that car clean with its two-tone paint scheme. Let's have a look at the inside. A very small opening for the side glass, as you can see. Look, it's got some back seats in it. Very modern interior. And here's a little information on the car. It is very cool. I really like the custom touches done to it. The back end of this Lincoln Zephyr is huge. It reminds me of a Dick Tracy car. These taillights here, I kind of think they might be Cadillacs. They look like it. Look what's behind me. This car in red, or this, I should say, wagon in red. It's actually a Suburban, but it's not a Chevy. What is it? Well, it's actually a Plymouth Suburban. Bet y'all didn't know Plymouth made Suburbans, but here it is. It is a station wagon, not an SUV. So let's have a look-see at this Plymouth Suburban. It's a 1951 vintage. And as we can see, drivetrain's been updated. And I really love the trim on this. I like the Plymouth name, the emblem, and it's got a hood ornament here. Lots of chrome accents. And this Suburban has a sun visor on the front. And check these mirrors out. They hang from the top down and not from the bottom up like most vehicles. And there's some pinstriping on the dash. The dash is, I mean, that color scheme just really pops. And check it out. They got some room for cup holders in here. I tell you what, you have this 51 Plymouth Suburban at the Street Rod Nationals. You have the ultimate tailgate party wagon right here. That's what I can say about this vehicle. It is sweet, and I'm excited to see it here at the Mike Lenning's Kickoff. And these white walls set the car off, or the station wagon, off so much. And as you can see, Suburban. Ooh, looky what we got here. A 39 Citron. Look at that, a French car. The weird thing about this, I'm used to Citrons having one-spoke steering wheels, and obviously this one's got a normal three-spoke steering wheel set up here. Now this car looks like it's elongated, and as you can tell, the people that own this car, person that owns this car, really loves their car because they got this miniature Honey, I Shrunk the Car version on the back. And another cool thing about this car, not only is it long, but it's also pretty wide. I don't know if you can really get the gist of it from this camera, but it is a very wide car in the back. I don't think the person that owns this car has enough carburetors on the engine. I think it could use maybe 2-3 more. Now, if you think this car can't get any faster, well, I got news for you. The owner tells me that this is Lamborghini paint. Yes, this tangerine color is Lamborghini paint. That's got to add like 250 more horsepower to this car here. Another really cool tidbit about this car, the owner says it came from Universal Studios. That's where he bought it from. And you may be noticing there's a hole right here in this grill. Can you figure out why? Well, it may not be for the reason you're thinking of, but it was actually for a hand crank to turn the engine. Now this car had originally a 6-cylinder engine, but now it's got a healthy V8 with the Lamborghini paint, so this is on supercar, exotic car status now. And these wheels here, they're going to help it fly along the road. And check out the Smoking the Bandit paint scheme on this AMC Javelin AMX. Just love this emblem here, red, white, and blue. And this AMX is powered by a 401 V8. And the inside of this AMX is really cool. Check out the engine turn dash panel. That reminds me of the 70s Trans Ams and Smokey and the Bandit. So this could be a car to take on the Bandit run. I think Burt Reynolds would approve. Smooth ride, Mr. Bandit! Now I gotta admit, the style on the front end of this AMC, it reminds me a lot of the early 70s Mustang front ends. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Does this remind you of the early 70s Mustangs or not? And here we have a bright orange C7 Corvette that's scary fast. It'll make the hair stand up on your body. And check out why. It's got a pinhead doll on it. If that ain't scary enough, I don't know what is. This thing will really move down the racetrack. And what do we got hiding here in the back? Looks like the fall guy decided to go on a camping trip, and he brought Hooper along with him in his red Trans Am. And the neat thing about this camper option added onto this truck here is it adds an extra set of taillights to it. So if you decide you wanted to blaze your chalet, you could add this to your Cheyenne Chevy pickup and give yourself a lot of extra headroom. Now check out this bad boy sitting over here in the corner in timeout. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser in bad blue color. I just made that name up, but hey, sounds fitting. Now this Land Rover, why'd I say Land Rover? Now this Land Cruiser is more of the utilitarian variety. Doesn't have all the creature comforts. It's boxy, and it's ready to go off-road. And it's got a manual transmission and looks like four-wheel drive. So you can keep up with the Jeeps. Probably surpass them. And as we can see here, it has a V8, so I'm sure it'll pass up a lot of Jeeps on the trail. And maybe pull some Jeeps out of some trouble spots with this winch on front. Well, pals, I hope you enjoyed this little kickoff party. Get you a drink, get you some hot dogs, some burgers.
Oh, yeah.
And get ready for the Street Rod Nationals coming up real soon. It'll be in one of my future videos. But until next time, don't worry, be random. And if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe down below. And I'll catch you next video.
And if you never ran to miss another random car video,
Remember, ring that bell. Ring that bell.